Hey everyone, end of June here already, and that means it's time for a market update. So excited to share with you what's going on in the real estate market, what's going on in the financing world. So just going to dive right into it. We got a short time here. So sometimes boring is kind of good, and we're starting to see some stability in both rates and in some of the sales data here for the local market, which I think is a good thing. So especially after some of the wild swings we've seen. This year kind of seems to be a rebalancing and back to kind of more of a stable market. And so you'll see here on the rate chart, rates are actually trading in a really narrow range here for the last 2 months, which is really good. We've got the jobs report coming out on Thursday this week because of the holiday, 4th of July holiday. Happy 4th to everyone. This is one of my favorite holidays. It's such a great time to be in the Northwest. So have a great 4th of July. But because of that, we've got the jobs report coming out on July 3rd. That can be a market mover. Also, just going to keep a watch on what's going on in Iran and oil prices, the inflationary pressure. If we can see those ease, that will be a good thing for rates. But for right now, rates are staying pretty stable. And I wanted to just dive in right now, too. Fannie Mae's just updated their forecast for the rest of the year for 2026. I want to just point out a few highlights of those. For any buyers or sellers, this could be helpful information. So they're expecting rates to just stay in the low to mid 6% range for the remainder of the year. A little bit higher than what they forecasted at the beginning. I think a lot of that is because of the Iran conflict and what that's done there. But they do still project those to be low to 6% range. Home sales are recovering slowly, and they do project higher sales than in 2025. 4.81 million in 2026 versus 4.75. So not huge improvement there, but some more. And then they see even more improvement looking forward into 2027. So, and house prices are still expected to increase. If you're looking for a big dip, that's not what Fannie Mae is projecting. They're projecting a small increase in home prices, price appreciation of about 3.2% in 2026. So good to kind of keep an eye on what Fannie Mae, some of the experts are forecasting. Who knows? I mean, forecasts are just forecasts, but it is nice to know what some of the experts and inform some of your buying or selling decisions. So locally, it's kind of interesting. The one surprising trend, I would say, from all of the numbers here, if you can look at this chart, everything's pretty in line from last month and even from last year. If you look from this last May to May of 2025. One thing that stands out to me, though, there's 11.1% fewer listings in May of 2026 than 2025. There had been increased inventory for the months leading up to that. So that's why that's kind of a shocking number. It'll be interesting to see what the June reports, if that's going to be something where listings do fall off. I don't know what the reason for that would be. That's a pretty big number. So I would anticipate June we see it kind of recovering back to pretty similar to what we saw in 2025, because that's how we have been tracking for most. If you look at active residential listings, new listings, pending sales, it's all tracking pretty well to what we saw here in 2024 and 2025. 2026 has been better a little bit in most months. So kind of surprising to see that dip in the new listings. We'll see what happens next month, if that's something that becomes a trend or just kind of a blip in the map here on that. But closed sales for the most part for this year have been good, a little bit up from in a local level from the last year. So we're seeing a little bit of improvement, slow improvement in the transaction volume happening here locally. And I think that's what seems to be expected here. Some slow growth in transaction volume, slow growth in price appreciation, and some stability here in rates, maybe even some dips in rates. So all those things I think are pretty attractive in the market to just have some stability, some renewed stability, and hopefully more and more affordability as well for home buyers. So another thing, this is one of my favorite times of the year for so many reasons. 4th of July is a blast, fun time to be with family and friends. Also, berry season is incredible here in the Northwest, and I want to put up Redland Blueberry Farm. This is one of my family's favorite things to do this time of year. Go out and pick some blueberries. Redland Blueberry Farm is a great spot. It's out in the Oregon City area. We love to go there. Fun, family-friendly event. So and incredible blueberries too. You can freeze them, have them right there, super good. Really fun thing to do this time of year. Also, want to do song recommendations. I got 2 good ones for you. Get Down, Put 'Em Up, Radio Edit by Ryan James, and What You Want by Vincent Mason. Both new artists to me. My niece sent me one of those. Just found one of them randomly on Spotify, but check them out. They're great songs, fun vibes for the summer. Enjoy, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. If I can help out in any way, please reach out. Would love to help. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much.